Dallas, Texas, home of Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys, Six Flags, Texas Rangers, and Texo. Today's show takes us to the Region 5 student competition. And here with us today is Lisa Bishop. She is a project engineer of McCarthy Building Company.
I came here from college as a student participating in the competitions themselves when I was in college. This is a really awesome opportunity to take what I learned in the competitions and help guide the students through their experience here, as well as introduce them to McCarthy and to the projects that we build. We tried to choose a project that gave the students an example of a typical heavy civil job here in Texas. We chose the wharf project mainly because it's a challenge. It's over water. You're dealing with the Port of Houston Authority. They're a tough owner. You get to do foundation construction as well as flat work construction. There's a lot of stuff going on in there that we wanted to give the students exposure to. What we did this morning was a typical introduction to a project. We introduced the students to the problem, told them a little bit about the project and what they're going to be required to do during the day. We went over the rules. We talked about asking questions, being a team player, communicating with your teams, and the judges and McCarthy. We'll be visiting them throughout the day and making sure that their experience is good, they're having a good time, as well as they're learning. Today in their room, the students took the plans and specifications for the job. They're evaluating it for developing their price proposal, but also one of the major important things we want them to do is we want them to think about how they're going to build the job in the real world. We want them to think about crew sizings, durations for work activities, what they're going to do when they actually get out there. The next step in the competition is the bid opening. The students have been in their room for 16 hours doing everything that we've required them to do. They're going to come in the conference room and we're going to evaluate their proposals and read their numbers out loud and see who the low bidder is. Once the low bidder is established, they will have the opportunity to choose which presentation time is best. This gives them an advantage because they could potentially get more sleep or they can spend more time working on their presentations for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're more than ready.
It was great. Q&A went well.
It was excellent. We performed as flawless as we did at 4 in the morning.
I'm Rebecca Wilkins, and we're with Texas State University Design Build Team.
We're both interior design majors, and we worked on the design of our design build competition, and we felt that it went really well. They really liked our design.
We used a split level to address that there was a 9-foot site height difference between the top grade and the bottom, and apparently they thought that was a really innovative approach. It gave them a lot of flexibility. Everyone was smiling, laughing, having a good time by the end. I felt really confident about it. And the guys seemed really stoked too, so.
It was a very fun experience.
It was.
In the presentations, we want to make sure that the students have thought about the project itself, but we're also looking for basic presentation skills. Are they presentable? Do they speak well? Are they confident? These are very important skills that college students need to have when they enter the workplace.
You know, we did, when we were up there, we figured it out. We said, you know, we did the best we could. Win or lose, if our bid gets accepted or if it gets denied, we did the best that we possibly could. You know, we all had faith in what we've done here. We all think we turned in a pretty good project. But then again, that comes down to little details. Did we fill this form out right? Did we fill that form out right? Did we leave something off? You know, it just comes down to that little stuff, but we checked and double checked and triple checked everything. So if it's not right, you know, it's on McCarthy. It's not on us.
Judging activities have begun. The students are presenting their proposals to the judges and giving their presentations. Some guys are a little bit nervous, you can tell.
And we utilize it there.
There'd be additional cost to utilizing this project?
No, we did.
And some guys obviously are old pros at this.
We know that good relationships don't happen overnight. That's why we would like to build one throughout this project.
They're having a really good time, and hopefully they'll be done pretty soon.
After the competition, there was an awards banquet where all the winners and participants are recognized, in addition to scholarships and grants for the students and participating schools. Thank you for supporting TEXO Region 5 Student Competition.
TEXO, thank you very much for inviting us out.
Thank you, TEXO.
And we will see you next year.
See you then.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.
I want to take this opportunity to thank TEXO and the Associated Schools of Construction for sponsoring these competitions. It's a valuable resource to students, as well as it allows McCarthy to participate in the next generation and their growth within the industry.
On behalf of the TEXO Foundation, I want to say thank you so much for all of the contractor members of TEXO. They really make this possible. All of those who attend all of our fundraisers, the poker tournament, the fishing tournament, bass tournament, thank you so much for coming, supporting these students and supporting TEXO as a whole.
I just think it's one of those things that just gives students an edge when they're interviewing or when they're out talking about different experiences that they've had in school. This is just something that just adds to their resume and gives them real world, or the closest that they're gonna get to real world experience. And so when I was in school, I was a part of the competition team. So I've been there, I've done this, I know how stressful it is, I know how exciting it is, and I really understand what they're going through, but at the same time, I really did reap a lot of benefits from it. There's not too many points in time where you're under this much pressure and you have to present and rise to the occasion in school, but out in the real world, I mean, this is something that happens, you know, on a weekly or a monthly basis, and they get a real taste of what it's like, what they're going to do when they really get out. So I think it's a great experience.